How's it going, everyone? Today we are going to review the Book of Tokens by Paul Foster Case. And this is the dust jacket. The reason the thumbnail doesn't have the dust jacket is because, well, one, it's sort of a cool cover, but two, there's less of a glare. This is how it looks without the dust jacket. This is a really special one, folks. If you're into meditation and path working, this is pretty crucial. Even if you are only a left-hand path practitioner, you can invert and corrupt, so to speak, or transcend the symbolism that is given here. So this has utility for everyone. There may come a point where I do a read-through of this, like I have some other books, but it's a little bit, I don't want to say it's redundant, but like you sort of get the point as you go. So I may do that, I may not, but I think there are some of you out there who would like to hear the whole thing. I maybe can't afford it. This one in particular, this is like a 50-year-old copy, and I found it for $15, which is a blessing. Sometimes it's much more expensive. This is the 14th edition. It is the first color edition, which is one of the reasons that I wanted to share it with you. We may do like a thing that we did with the Shadow Tarot, where we just did like one chapter a day. But the cool thing about this one is it actually came, which if I were going to join this group, I would probably do so differently, just because this is such a cool little what do you call these, application. And on the back it has some information too, which I thought was cool. And then inside that, it came with almost a little, like a business card, which on the back has a very, very beautiful tree of life. And I will show that to you in a different way with less glare, hopefully. It is inside the book here. Check that out. Try to get you a good image there. Anyway, this is a beautiful, beautiful book. The meditations that are given, the descriptions that are given are very elegant and sophisticated. So what we're going to do is we are just going to cover the prologue, and then maybe we'll read just a few passages and show just a few of the images. Yeah, and we'll see how long this video gets. I intend to keep it at around 10 or 15 minutes, so we'll probably only read one or two. This goes through a prologos, or a prologos, and then it runs through each of the 22 Hebrew letters, Aleph through Tav, or Tau. And then there's an epilogos, or epilogos. The prologos, now keep in mind, names are metaphors, formulas, and facets of ourself. So when we hear the name God, are you not the God of your own universe? So you can use it that way as well. If you hear a name like Israel, understand that that is a formula as well as other things that can be applied. So in the prologos, when it says, "Hearken, O Israel, unto my voice," I believe Israel is sort of the notion of God ruling. Your highest potential ruling the land is one way to interpret that formula. "Hearken, O Israel, unto my voice, and give ear to mine instruction. Shema Israel. Another, well, we won't we won't digress into Tamira and Netark and Gematria. But there is a relationship between Shema, Hashem, and Moshe. My word shall go before thee as a pillar of fire, speaking of Moshe, as a pillar of fire by night, and as a pillar of cloud shall thou follow it by day. Turn not aside, nor faint, and it shall lead thee to a land of plenty, following with the milk of life eternal and honey of unblemished wisdom. Okay. Then there are 2 blank pages, which is sort of common in this. And then there is a beautiful image of the Fool. Those of you who don't know, the builders of the Aditum, or Aditum, they offer blank tarot decks for you to color. And Paul Foster Case, the person who wrote this book, I'm not sure if I mentioned the author. This is the Book of Tokens by Paul Foster Case. He suggested and recommended even that each person color their own deck. So, this is an image of the Fool in this book in beautiful color. And then we will go ahead and read the meditation on Aleph, and then we will read maybe one more if we have time. There's also a comment on Aleph after that. So if we have time, we'll also do Zayn or Zion. I say Zayn because there are people with the name Zayn. I'm not sure if they realize that they share symbolism with a sword. Okay, this is the meditation on Aleph. I am, without beginning, without end, older than night or day, younger than the babe newborn, brighter than light, darker than darkness, beyond all things and creatures, yet fixed in the heart of every one. From me the shining worlds flow forth. To me all at last return. Yet to me neither men nor angels may draw nigh, for I am known only to myself. Ever the same is mine inmost being, absolutely one, complete, whole, perfect. Always itself, eternal, infinite, ultimate, formless, individual, changeless. Of all existences, I am the source, the continuation, and the end. I am the germ, I am the growth, I am the decay. All things and creatures I send forth. I support them while yet they stand without. And when the dream of separation ends, I cause their return unto myself. I am the life, and the wheel of the law, and the way that leadeth to the beyond. There is none else. I am the fire of mind, which divideth itself into the superior and inferior natures, and putteth on a robe of flesh, to come down. I am the vital principle of all that is. Nothing is that does not live. And of that life I am the source. All is written. As it is written. First the stone, then the plant, then the animal, and then the man, But before the stone I am the fire, distributed equally in space, nowhere absent, filling all. And before the fire, hidden within it, I am the pure knowing, whence all forms flow forth. Apart from me, there is neither wisdom, nor knowledge, nor understanding. Into every state of knowledge do I enter, into false knowledge as well as into true, so that I am not less the ignorance of the deluded than the wisdom of the sage. For what thou callest ignorance and folly is my pure knowing, and perfectly expressed through an uncompleted image of my divine perfection. Woe unto them who condemn these my works unfinished. Behold, they who presume to judge are themselves incomplete. Through many a fiery trial of sorrow must they pass, ere the clear beauty of my wisdom may shine from out their hearts, like unto a light burning in a lamp of alabaster. I am the doer of all, nothing moveth but my power. Man is the healing influence flowing down from consecrated hands, mine the venom of the adder's fang. Nothing falleth but by me, and in whatsoever riseth, mine is the power that lifteth up. My presence is the substance of all things. I am the virgin snow on mountain heights. I am the fruitful loam in valley depths. I am the gold and silver of the temple vessels. I am the mire on sandals left by the faithful at the temple gate. See me and regard me equally in all, O Israel, and thou shalt see indeed. For seeing thus shalt thou see too, that nothing is or can be my antagonist. All and in all shall I fight myself? What hath power to limit or defeat the very source of power? Know then that all thy sense of conflict is but the shadow play of ignorance. Wait with patience on me, thy Lord, and in my appointed time will I make clear what now is dark, and show before thee, straight and true, a path of safety. And the very place where now an abyss of terror seems to open at thy feet, I am the beginning of all beginnings, checked by neither time nor space, held by no bonds of name or form, present everywhere, centering the full perfection of mine exhaustless power. I am thy Lord, O Israel, and Lord of countless hosts. Seek me in the Holy of Holies, in the heart of the true temple, on the holy mountain. Behold, I am with thee always, and I never sleep. I am the height above all heights. My descent reacheth likewise below all depths. Yet I am poised forever between height and depth in perfect balance. Consider me under the aspect of Aleph. There shalt thou find both height and depth, and the path also which joineth them for descent and return. Aleph, in truth am I, the ox of solar fire, whose radiance lighteth all the world, whose life breath ebbeth and floweth, and creatures great and small, whose power taketh form in all the acts of men, of beasts, of plants, yea, and of things which seem inanimate as well. Aleph am I, the patient burden bearer, strong to carry the heavy load of the manifest. Aleph am I, the eternal worker, by whose might all fields are tilled, and from whose life all seeds derive their growth and increase. Aleph am I, the first and the root, from mine unfathomable will. The universe hath its beginning. In my boundless wisdom are the types and patterns of all things. Before all worlds I was. In all worlds I am. And when worlds are but a memory, I shall be. Now the comment on Aleph. A-L, here's the symbol here for those of you who don't know. A-L-E-P-H, pronounced Aleph, transcribed as A, the number 1, meaning ox, the fiery intelligence. Throughout this text, the proper name Israel should be understood as applying to the spiritual Israel. This means he shall rule as God. And thus, the text is addressed to all who, by identifying themselves with the divine will, become unobstructed channels for its expression. Thus, they truly live the divine life and consequently share in the divine rulership. To me, neither men nor angels may draw nigh. Nothing conscious of separateness can approach the reality of the Absolute. When all at last return to the One, the differences that constitute various classes, such as plants, animals, men, and angels, will vanish. Angels as well, presumably. Maybe not. I am the vital principle of all that is. I am the vital principle of all that is. This is a reference to the attribution of ruach to the letter aleph. The Hebrew ruach is analogous to the Sanskrit prana, Greek pneuma, and Latin spiritus. Every one of these words means breath, and every one means life. The meditation says emphatically, that this life breath animates even those forms which are commonly regarded as being lifeless. The phrase, my work's unfinished, is a key to the whole philosophy of good and evil running through these meditations. In the thought of the author, we live in a dynamic, growing organism which we call the universe, or the cosmos. The purpose for which that organism has been projected into relative manifestation is not yet fully achieved. It is not a finished mechanism, a thing made once and for all. Rather, it is a living being whose life includes innumerable lesser lives and lesser degrees of knowledge. All right. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening. We will probably just go ahead and do a series on this because these are just so elegant and beautiful. So yes, any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them below. While you are here, maybe watch some other videos. We have several playlists that are from our channel, other channels, many topics. So yeah, there's some playlists for meditation, different types of meditation too. There's some heavier music, there's some lighter music, there's some more primal type of things. So yeah, go ahead and check those out. But anyway, have a good rest of the day, good rest of the week, good rest of the month, good rest of the year. Why not? And take care. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, I'm going to stop the video now.